I'll record it just in case.
Okay.
If I can get these notifications to stop. Is that an umbrella? Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Well, we're going to do a little bit of recognition first. I wanted to give Darlene and Gina and Renee their little gifts from Jamaica, but obviously I didn't want it to come with strep throat, so I decided we're going to have to wait a little bit longer. But we will get together. Do you want me to tell you what it is, or do you want to be surprised?
You can tell me.
Okay, I'm going to let you be surprised.
Thanks a lot.
I'm a turd. Okay. All right. So I wanted to congratulate everybody on their sales last month. You're doing fantastic. May is always kind of a weird month with the holiday and everything, but it was awesome how everybody pushed through and kept on going. So number one in sales was me with 3,200, and then number two in sales was Sonia with $1,401. So great job! And you maintained your team leader title, which is fantastic. And I have a feeling that Team Shanna has consistency on the brain. So for you guys that don't know, that's Shanna's word of the year, and I think that's fantastic. Lisa Perkins was number 3 with 1,038, and Renee was number 4 with 781. Yay! So we all so one of the things we're going to talk about is recruiting. We 3 of us have 1 recruit: Sonia, Shanna, and myself. So congratulations for pushing through and recruiting. We're going to talk a little bit about that later, so that we can all be prepared for something fun. Okay?
Okay.
So I'm hoping that I got all of this. All right. I'm going to do a little thing here. Okay, so we have a manager webinar like every other week, sometimes every week, depending on what's going on. And this particular one really resonated with me, and so I kind of wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about it. So we kind of started out with, what is your mindset? So does anyone want to share their mindset right now?
Determined.
Determined? Awesome. Anybody else?
That's okay. A good, I can't top that.
It is a really good one. I like that. Does anyone feel a little bit discouraged or frustrated or what have you? Okay, so, and you know what? It's okay to feel like that, because sometimes that happens, and I'm gonna be honest, sometimes I feel like that. So that's why this really resonated with me. So I kind of want to play this for you. Those of you that are in the Leadership Express may have watched this already, but I think it's fantastic. So can you guys hear the music?
I am so excited that you made it through your first week of the Leader Express training, and today is my favorite day of the week. It is all about the X Factor. And what is the X Factor? Well, the X Factor is you. It's what you bring to the business that makes a difference. And so what we want to do is we want to feature every week on our X Factor is something that you can use not just within your business, but to expand yourself as a person in every role that you play. So this week's topic is one of my very favorites, and the topic is mindset. In this business, there are things that you have no control over, and there are things that you have complete control over. And your mindset happens to be one of those things that you have complete control over. Not only that, but if you can get a hold of the importance of your mindset, it will ensure that you have success in every area of your life. That's how important your mindset is. Your mindset is a powerful thing. In fact, it's the one thing that either can get you stuck or propel you forward. I recently reread the book Mindset, and it's an awesome read. But let me summarize this for you. basically in every area of your life, your mindset is either closed or it's open. And sometimes it's just a little open, and sometimes it's wide open. The idea here is that you're either closed and not growing and not expanding in that area. That area is basically sort of a dead area of your life. Or it's something that you have an open mindset to, in which you are still learning and growing and expanding. And that's how we want you to approach your business. We want you to have an open mindset. Again, it is the only thing that you have complete control of. Let's talk about this in the most practical way possible. Do you know that when you believe something, your mind actually looks for evidence to back up what you believe? So let's think about that. If it's true or untrue, your mind is always looking for evidence that what it believes is true to reinforce that thought. So if your thought is, nobody wants to buy products from me, nobody wants to book an experience with me, nobody wants to join my team as a curator, then your mind is constantly going to be looking for evidence to support that belief. So let's do this. Let's focus in on the beliefs that will actually help us build our businesses. Let's have that mindset that people book with us easily, that people are looking to join our team, that our products are good and a great value exchange for our customers. So as you go about your week, I want you to remember this. The X factor for this week is your mindset. Your brain will only do what you tell it to do, and we have to start retraining our brains to stay positive. And here's your call to action. I want you to take out a piece of paper and write, what is my mindset? And I want you to post that piece of paper right over the area where you work. And every time you sit down to work your business, I want you to think about, do I have an open mindset or do I have a closed mindset? Is my attitude that I can do it, or is my attitude nobody wants to do this with me? Check your mindset before you check in with your business. Make sure that it's positive. Begin to practice having an open mindset and being positive with your business. And don't allow outside factors to influence you. Because again, you can only control the things that you can control. And the mindset is one thing that you have complete control over. That's your X factor.
Okay, so what do you guys, oh, hold on, let me unmute you. What do you guys think of that?
I love it.
I am just going to admit right now that I was having a definite negative mindset, especially around the time that the Cocoa Exchange started. And I was having a really hard time booking parties and getting sales and talking to people about the business. And I think that's why. And so when we talked about that at our manager call, that really resonated with me. I love Heather. I think she's fantastic. And I just wanted to share that with you guys because, you know, sometimes you're on fire and then sometimes you can get stuck and frustrated. And I really do feel like if you tell yourself that you're going to have a fantastic party, you're going to have lots of fun, you're going to meet some great new people, you're going to sell, you're going to book, you're going to recruit, I think that you will. And so anyway, I love that, Renee, you wrote that down. You know, remind yourself, where's my mind before I go to events, or where's my mind before I do parties or talk to people? So I would love to see all of you guys have something nearby where you're working that reminds you, you know, to check in with yourself and where you're, what?
I said back there.
Oh,
walk into my office.
Yes, exactly. I shouldn't have my naughty wall back here, seriously. Anyway, so if anybody wants to watch that video again, I'll definitely post the link because I just feel like it resonates with me so much, and the more that I watch it, the more that I feel that way. So, okay, who just popped on with us on the phone? 655-1870.
Dee Dee Rawlings.
Oh, Dee Dee! Yay!
Hi, Dee Dee.
So glad you're joining us. I'm Amy, and we haven't met yet. And you're on with Darlene, Renee, Gina, Shanna, and Sonia. So, yay!
Hello, ladies. Talking about watching the video, I've got to get another computer because my computer doesn't have sound anymore. It was my grandson's when he was in high school, and he's 33 now. So
Oh my goodness! Okay, so do you have a smartphone, Dee Dee?
Yes, I do, but I'm not as smart as the phone.
You can click on links from your smartphone and watch if you're like on Wi-Fi or something. Or I'm sure Renee can help you with that.
Okay, I don't think I have Wi-Fi yet either. It'll cost me $60 to get Wi-Fi, so I've been waiting until I earn some money.
Oh, and that's probably a good plan. We don't want you to break the bank watching videos, so.
No.
Library. Okay, so the next thing I want to go to is quick start. So how many of you know exactly how many days left we have in our quick start? Besides Dee Dee.
And me.
How many?
10.
Yes.
Like 8 or something?
10.
10?
10 days left. So our quick start ends on the 15th. And who has earned all of your quick starts?
I think I have.
I think you have too, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. I'll have to go and check.
Congratulations.
Dee Dee, you have quite some time left on yours, so keep trucking.
I am. I've got 4 parties booked right now and a fundraiser going, so
Nice.
I'm hoping.
Hi, the baby. Oh my goodness. She's so cute. Okay. Sorry. I haven't seen the baby yet. Okay, so quick start. Oops. Wait a second. You can see some of this. Don't look at things you can't see. All right. Okay.
Go back there. I missed something.
All right. So, in the very least, let's earn all 4 of your levels of business boosters, because so many of these products are new that we haven't even tried yet, especially if you weren't able to go to conference. Like, you definitely need to try those, and you know what better way to get them than free, right? Let's not pay for them. So we've got our guest hosts, our June and July host offers. What do you guys think of those? Do you like the 3 choices for guests and hosts?
Yeah.
I do.
I think it's awesome. I love how they're doing one from each brand, because I'm definitely finding people are drawn to one brand or the other for sure. I've had a lot of healthy people too. Oh, oops, here, let me share one more thing. So there's going to be a new, I'm not sure if I'm supposed to show you this, but.
Do it anyways.
Yeah, okay, all right. We're going to have a new thing in our supply program. Has anybody ordered the single s'mores yet?
No, I haven't.
The single one.
Fantastic.
The single one.
I love these. Okay, so when you earn your supply coupons, you can go back into the back office and use your supply coupons to get these single s'mores, and they're a great booking gift. So you get these cute little bags. You can write "Thank you, looking forward to our party." So it's a super cheap but awesome gift for booking. So definitely you can do those in the supply program, and I love that they're individually wrapped. And I have heard we've been asking for more single wrapped items like that. So
That's the regular s'more.
what?
Is that the regular s'more? Or?
Yeah, it's a regular s'more. So yeah, which is great, because I think it's good to just showcase the regular one. So we're gonna kind of move along in a theme, and I'll tell you why in a little bit. So so we talked about mindset, and now we need to move on to how to confidently be able to share your business in a way that creates interest from people. So one of the keys to success is being able to share the Cocoa Exchange effectively and comfortably. Just letting them know what you do and how you do your business can be really intriguing to other people. So let's take a look at 2 specific times that you're going to want to be able to share about your business. So who here has people that ask what you do? Nobody?
Everybody knows what I do.
Okay. Well, they know what you used to do. Have you shared what you're doing now with our new business?
And for the past 6 weeks, everybody I see, I talk to everybody.
Okay, so maybe you're going to be my guinea pig, Renee. Thank you for
Oh.
volunteering. So people are often curious about what other people do to create income. So a really easy way to generate this question is, hey, what do you do? Or I usually start with a compliment. I think I've told you guys before, like, man, I really like your hair color. Or, those curls are adorable. I wish I had curly hair. Oh, thank you. And then you're like, what are you doing? And they'll tell you, and then they say, well, what do you do? So super easy way to start a conversation with a compliment, because people always are very flattered, and then they feel like they should talk to you some more, which is great. So when you do initiate that, you're going to want to be prepared with something to say when people ask what you do. So your response is an opportunity to briefly share some information while showing your excitement about your business. So obviously being excited, having that mindset is going to be of the utmost importance when you're talking to people. So you only want to give them enough information, though, to intrigue them. You don't want to like have verbal diarrhea all over them, so that they're like, whoa, right? Like, that's my favorite term is verbal diarrhea, because my husband has that all the time. So like, no, they don't need to know, when you go to the bathroom. No, anyway. Okay, so anyway. So if you can grab their attention of the person that you're talking to, and you've opened the door to discussing things further, more in depth, and following up with them. So with the right response, you don't have to find a way to introduce your business, as it'll just start more natural for you. So you can say something like, I'm a curator with a Cocoa Exchange. I offer interactive themed experiences like wine pairings and dinner parties, and my guests get to have fun while playing and creating with our innovative cocoa-infused products. Now, that might not sound like you at all, right? So,
No.
I mean, if you don't want to memorize something like that, you don't have to. There's lots of different ways. Another example that they've had on here, if you want another wording example, I have a home-based business as a curator with the Cocoa Exchange. I conduct interactive and fun experiences with a variety of options, from easy meal prep for busy families to wine and chocolate pairings for a girls' night out. I also offer fundraising and business gifting with our exclusive line of innovative products. Okay, so those are some ideas. Now I want you guys to write a few ideas down and different lines that you might like to say about your business, about what you do. So try to consider making it fun, informative, but giving them making them want a little bit more information. And obviously we want to try to not be sales pitchy. So I want you to write those down, and then we're going to share.
Have to write it down?
Okay, well, I can't remember anything like 2 seconds ago, so if I don't write it down, I'm going to forget.
Darlene's distracting me with the baby, so.
It is really hard. I'm thinking about turning her video off. She's so cute.
I know, it's adorable.
Adorable.
I feed chocolate to my baby. I will tell you that when I was in Denver and did the wine and chocolate pairing with Aubrey and her team, the biggest takeaway that they had from what I said was that I don't sell chocolate, I shove food in people's faces. So you just never know what is really going to, pique someone's interest. Because out of a room of 15 people, that was a big takeaway. So,
Well, the other day I was in Spokane, which is the city for us, and my girlfriend and I had stopped at Penny's department store. She was exchanging something, and it was a young girl behind the register, And I don't know why I asked her, but I first asked her if she liked chocolate, and she says, yes, I love chocolate. And then I asked her if she liked barbecue sauce, and she said, well, my dad really likes barbecue sauce. So I told her a little bit about the business and gave her my card. I said, Father's Day is coming up. Maybe you just want to get online and you can order it right online and be directly shipped to his place. You don't even have to get it and package it. It just gets sent straight to his place. And she said she sure liked that idea, and she said it was a good idea. Whether she does it or not is another thing, but at least she knows about it.
That's awesome. And then, I would take it a step further and trade information. Like, oh, why don't you give me, I always carry customer care cards around with me.
Yeah.
More information after you give her, or before you give her her card, and you said, oh, maybe I can send you a little something in the mail, or,
Yeah.
something, I'll send you something sweet, People always,
Good idea, because I only got the first half of it, didn't get the second half of it.
yeah, well, it's always good. And then I usually try to write a little note about the person on the back, because again, I can't remember anything. So, maybe
What is
that lady had
what are
something
the-
here or whatever.
What are these customer care cards you're talking about?
They're in the file section of our team page. Renee, do you use customer care cards?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I use them a lot.
Maybe you could, I don't ever go to any events without them, because it basically gets you people's name, address, phone number, email, and then they can mark whether they're interested in hosting, or if they want to be on your VIP page, or they're interested.
Okay.
In this. So.
Is that in the back office?
No.
No, I think they're on our team page. So. Okay, so has anyone written down some ideas?
I did.
Okay, Renee, go for it.
Yeah, mine's not going to be like anybody else's.
Okay.
Okay, usually, because I used to do verbal diarrhea, I was laughing when you said that, because that's me. That is totally me.
We all have verbal diarrhea.
It kind of gave me the opportunity, though, to keep practicing, because I started out with people that probably would never see me again unless I actually said something that drew them to it. But it made me more comfortable as I went on. But now I just say something like, I work with an amazing company that allows me to make my own schedule, share amazing foods, and help with gifting and fundraising.
I love that. That's fantastic.
Then they want to know what kind of food.
Yeah, what kind of food? What kind of gift? I like it.
And that's when I use my customer care card. If they're willing to fill out one right there, I have an extra special gift, like one of the old drink mixes that were in the individual packages. And if they don't, then I just give them a sample with my card, just a small little, 2 or 3 cinnamon dusted almonds or something like that.
Awesome.
But if they're willing to take the time to fill out the card, I give them a big one.
I love it. You know what? I want you to send that to me.
Me too.
Anybody else?
I wrote down part of what you said, but I got as far as allows me, and then I forgot what the rest of it said.
Okay, I'm going to take a picture of it, and I'm going to send it to our group page.
Okay. Gina, anything?
No, I was trying to write, and then I ended up crossing it out. I started with, I share, cross that out. I expose people to cocoa infused, cross out chocolate, and cross out.
Okay.
I pretty much make it up every time I get asked.
So you're not feeling a good mojo with how to describe.
Not to write it down right now. I never seem to have a problem for words when somebody.
I honestly have had trouble changing my language, right? So I always want to say chocolatier, and I want to say chocolate party and all that. So I don't know if I shared with you guys at my tastings, I'm actually giving out cocoa notes, so like Dove dollars, when I slip up and say the wrong thing. So it's really helping me to, be more conscious of the words that I'm using. So something like that actually is kind of fun and engaging. People really listen to you. So that's a little off the subject, but if you're having trouble like thinking about how you want to talk about what we're doing, which it's so funny because we're basically doing the exact same thing that we were doing before, right?
Mhm.
Right. Dar, what do you been? I know you've been rocking the vendor event.
Well, they asked what the Cocoa Exchange is, and when I mentioned Dove, their eyes light up. So it's kind of funny. I just let them ask what the Cocoa Exchange is, and you say Dove, they go, like the chocolate, and so it's a good segue to go into that, and then they see everything on the table.
I love it. That's awesome. So you're leading in with maybe Dove's signature for the brand recognition, and then I know your pot and bean is your thing. So are you going into that when you talk to people?
I do, because usually my vendor events, I have all three on the table. And in front of me is when I have the pot and bean, because that's the biggest seller. And then on one side, I have the signature selection, and the other side, we have the other one, because I had the slab out. And I'd never done that before at a vendor event, and I'm so glad I did, because those were really popular.
I would say 99%
Because, yeah, it was.
my guests are just like going gaga over the slab, which I thought like at first was like, I don't know if I like it.
That's what I said too. I wasn't sure about it. I thought it'd be a mess. It turned out to be really good. And if they didn't buy a slab, a lot of times they would buy the rounds,
Yep.
because they were used to having the small ones. So it worked out great.
Awesome. Plus, you can make all kinds of, I'm into humor, so you can make all kinds of funny comments about the man beater, or the fork, or, what kind of nickname can you give for it. So anyway, by the way, I know that the company isn't doing this anymore, but I found those on Amazon for like $4 a piece. So I'm also using that as an incentive to get to booking. So I can show you guys where that is, because people seem to like that thing. So anyway, okay. So let's see here. So taking that a step further, when you're doing an experience, you're going to want to open up with a short introduction of who you are, what is your role as a curator, because I think people automatically are thinking of some kind of museum curator, right? Like, the funny thing is that I have seen that term used more and more and more since the Cocoa Exchange was formed. Have you guys had that experience?
Yep.
Yeah, so you're seeing that buzzword, we're curating this experience, we're curating that experience. So it's just kind of funny. Anyway, so I think people are becoming more familiar with what that term actually means, but still, I think it's good to kind of explain it a little bit. So, what your role as a curator and what you love about your business, and what your business does for you. So having a solid I story, so like your personal story, is really important part to creating future business, because it solidifies your own mind on your why. So like if you don't have a really strong why, your reason for being in the business, other people are going to have a hard time identifying with that or being attracted to that, and you're going to have a harder time recruiting. So having your own why story really solid when you're talking about the business is extremely important. And so taking it a step further, they see your why story, and it helps people identify what the business can do for them. So we're obviously talking about recruiting here. And then it also reinforces your commitment to your business every time you say it out loud. So again, we're going back to mindset. So if you have a strong I story, you're confident in yourself, you're confident in your business, whether you're selling as much as you want, you need to feel it in your heart why you're here and why you're doing this. And then other people will be attracted to that. Does that make sense? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Hopefully. So when you're making your own personal story to share, it's really important that you spend some time like connecting to what personally inspires you when it comes to your business. So your story should be heartfelt, and maybe you're passionate about the CARE program, or you're passionate about chocolate, you know? So think about these questions. So this is going to be another writing down thing. So why did you become involved with the Cocoa Exchange / Dove?
Are you asking us?
I am. I want you to think about these things and write them down.
I already know.
Okay, awesome. All right, I have 4 different ones, okay?
Well, first of all, I'm on
Wait,
Social
wait.
Security, so
One
Social
second.
Security. Okay.
Okay, hold on 1 second. We'll get there. And I do want to hear your why, because I think that's awesome. Especially newer people have a really strong why, and it helps all of us remember why we started.
All right.
So how has your life been enriched along the way so far? Okay.
Well, it's given me. Are you talking to me now, or do you want someone
I'm
else?
telling everybody what we're going to be thinking about to make our
Oh, okay.
okay. You're great. I love it. Then the next one is what about our products do you love? And what makes you passionate about helping others?
Would you repeat number 2, please?
How has your life been enriched along the way?
Thank you.
Welcome. Okay, so we want your story to strike a chord with others, but we also want your story to excite you, right? So we don't want it to be a Debbie Downer, like, oh my, you know, it might be very sentimental. I mean, it's yours, so you need to make it yours. But you're going to be sharing this over and over again with people. You really, you know, just kind of shooting from the hip is great, but I feel like you will be more empowered by a statement that you're feeling very strong in, and others will respond to that. So, you know, whatever you're putting out there is what they'll respond to. So it's like a power source that you want to plug into as you build your business. So this is and it's going to evolve over time, but I think this is really important. So, so we want to begin by writing some of your thoughts about these things on index cards or Post-it notes or whatever you have to write on. So where were you in the beginning? Emotionally, financially, or socially? And then contrast that with where you are today.
What was the third question?
What about the products do you love?
Yes, what about the and I'm putting these in the group chat as well, okay, guys?
Oh, okay.
You can't see that, Dee Dee, I'm sorry. Am I going too fast?
No.
Okay. So number 2 is I want you to list some of the things that you love about this company, the products, and the people. So your personal team, the home office staff, your sponsor. And then number 3, identify how being in business has affected your life, hopes, and dreams. And I love the dreams part because it's so funny when at my experiences, I usually ask for everybody to say their name, one nice thing about the hostess, and then what would they do with an extra $500 to $1,000 a month, you know? And women especially have the hardest time dreaming about what they would do. And even listening to someone else's dreams can help people to start thinking of their own dreams. And I think people have really lost that, you know, like what could they accomplish? They're just so stuck in where they are. Have you guys found that?
Yeah.
So, I mean, we could get really philosophical, but I mean, this could provide hope for people, you know?
That's what it did for me.
Yeah. So, basically, if you're writing those on a note card, you can arrange those index cards or Post-it notes into clumps of ideas that fit together. So you can order the clumps into sequences of events or thoughts, and then begin to write your personal story. So it doesn't have to be perfect. You don't have to get it exactly as you want it right away. Like I said, it's a work in progress. But what you do want to do is start telling your story in a way that compels others, right?
Right.
Does anyone want to share some of the thoughts that they've written down?
Well, I can.
Okay, yeah, I'd love to. Sorry.
Yeah, well, when I first met Renee and she told me what she was doing and everything, it, for the first time in years, really gave me hope, because I'm kind of at a dead end, so to speak, because I lost my husband, and then I was on Social Security, and Social Security just does not cut it. So it was a way for me to enjoy earning money. I mean, how bad can it be if you're talking about chocolate, you know, which everybody loves. And then when I found out that they help you give fundraisers, that excited me, because there have been so many times that I've wanted to help somebody or an organization, and I just didn't have the extra funds to do that. And with this, I can do what I couldn't afford to do. And then, as far as the company's concerned, I always tell people that that it's oh shoot, here comes a stupid train. It's a subsidiary of Mars, and they bought up Dove Chocolate, so they know the name they know both those names, which gives me confidence, because I'm not dealing with a willy-nilly company. They're well established, and you can feel good about representing them.
That's fantastic.
So, yeah, and then of course the time factor, that you can work as much or as little as you want, and work around your schedule. So how much better can you get? You're selling chocolate, helping people, and earning money. I mean, that's the best of everything, isn't it?
I love that. That's fantastic, Dee Dee. And you know what? I mean, that's a great reminder to all of us. You know, it's great for us to share those things with each other.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Does anybody else want to share some of the things they wrote down? No? Okay, I'm not going to force you. So, obviously this process is never finished. I have changed mine, I don't know how many times, because so I've been with this company for a little over 3 years now, and my why has changed a lot, and definitely evolved. So I don't think it's ever fully finished, and it'll continue to evolve. So it's important to realize that it doesn't have to be perfect, just heartfelt and relatable, and somewhat informative, but obviously not attached to any verbal diarrhea, right? Because we don't want to make anyone sick. So focus on what people need to know. Things like how passionate you are about what you do, and that you are here to be of service, right? Because that's what we're hearing is what people are really gravitating to now. Okay, so don't get up in the minor details, especially as it relates to the past. So, I've really stopped talking about Dove Chocolate Discoveries at all. All right, and Dee Dee, you don't have to worry about this, but for those of us who kind of got in our groove with our parties and we had things down, like, it was kind of difficult to switch over, and you know, I experienced it, and so I'm really trying not to focus on. You know, we are a new company. This is a brand new company, and we can all get excited about that because we're in the ground floor of it, and we're pretty lucky. So I want you guys to take home what you started to develop tonight, and take home. I want you to like
I know what you
work
mean.
on what we started on, and to continue to refine it and put it into practice by sharing your story, and you know, I would love, actually, if you guys would message them to me. I would love to see them. If you want to share it with the group, you're more than welcome to post it on our page, because I think for everyone, seeing those things is extremely helpful, and it's motivating. So even though you might be a little bit shy about it, like even just hearing Dee Dee talk about her passion helps me feel passionate about the Cocoa Exchange and what we're doing. It's a great reminder, you know, to stay positive. I think you should all plan to share your story at every experience as part of your introduction of yourself. I think it's really important. Just saying, hey, I'm Amy, I'm your chocolate lady. You know, I mean, it's not super compelling. So anyway, so what do you guys think of that? Was that an okay exercise?
I love it.
Okay, all right. So we got some really, I can't believe I'm so organized with my themes here that I started with the motivate. I mean, like, I'm surprising myself. My sister is a professor at our university, one of our universities here, and I feel like standing next to her and being like, look, I'm all organized and stuff. Anyway, okay, so the second thing that we're going to talk about is the importance. Oops, let me get this up here. The importance of having a sponsoring lead list and using it to grow your business. So I have heard from you guys, you know, several of you, that recruiting is something that you want to know more about and you need help with. So we're going to talk specifically about the first part. Before you can do any of that is to get a sponsoring lead list, okay? So part of having a growing and thriving business is to expand your community of team members, right? So we all want to work smarter, not harder, right? So if you want to work smarter, not harder, you need to duplicate yourself. So that means adding people to your team. So if everyone is doing the same as you are, we're all going to make more money, which inevitably, like, obviously we all have our different reasons, but money is one of the important ones. You know, I don't think any of us would do this for charity all the time. So anyway, so we need to work smarter, not harder. And part of that is having a lead list at all times with at least 10 to 20 names on it, okay? This will help you become more intentional about growing your team as well as growing your income. So this business isn't going to be for everyone, you know, but you don't know who's interested or who could really benefit from being a curator unless you offer an opportunity for people to take a closer look, okay? So having a lead list doesn't require that you have qualified leads that are fully interested in becoming curators. This isn't like people that you've met that say, I want to be a curator, and you're just trying to find the right moment to get them signed up. That's not what we're talking about. It's simply the act of identifying who you can intentionally share information with about the business, okay? So once you've identified a list of people, all you have to do is open up the line of communication and invite them to learn a little bit more about the Cocoa Exchange. So we're going to do two different things. First, we're going to identify who we want to be on our lead list, okay? And then second, we're going to create some language that makes it easy for you to reach out to them. So first thing is we want to, who do we want on our lead list? So here's some questions that you can help kind of think about to get your list of people. And I'd like you to start writing the names down as we talk about it, okay? So who do you know that could use some additional income? Who do you know that you'd like to spend more time with? What foodies do you know? So people that are like interested in food, trying different things. Maybe they like to cook. Maybe they just like to eat. That would be me.
That gave me a name.
Who do you know that stays at home with small children? Or big children? I guess it doesn't really matter. And who do you know that's very active on social media? Anyone that loves our products?
Wait a minute, you're going faster than I can write.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay, what was the one after social media? What was the one after that?
Anyone who loves our products,
Oh, okay.
loves to entertain, or has a specific need for an additional income, is an obvious person to share with. But don't limit your thinking to just these categories of people. You know, I mean, I've told you guys the story a bajillion times of the party that I drove up to that was a trailer with a shed attached to it and then another shed on top of that shed as their like part of their living area. And I was like, I want to turn around and drive away. And I didn't, thank goodness. It was a young millennial. Everybody was like, oh my God, you sent me an invite in the mail. It was so cool. There was like 16 people there. I spilled martini mix all over her counter twice. She had a $600 and some party and joined. So, I mean, I always use that example because it taught me, like, stop judging people, stop deciding whether they're interested or not, or they should or shouldn't do it or not, you know? I'm sure we all kind of have some of those stories, probably. So think about also people that have attributes that you admire, you know? Or if you could create a team of people that you would just absolutely love to work with, who would that include? You know, so like think about the people that you work with at your job, Shanna. You know, who do you hate working with and who do you love working with? Like, you know,
She's already on my team.
There you go, yeah. See, you're already way ahead of us. I want you to make sure that you always have at least 10 to 20 people on this list. You know, I would like to see 20 on the list at all times, okay? Just because, I mean, think of what that would do for your mindset. I have 20 people that I think would be fantastic in this business. Maybe I've asked them before, but maybe I still think that they would be great, you know? Maybe now just wasn't the right time. So, I mean, it doesn't have to be people that are saying, yes, I want to join, or yes, I'm interested. Okay? The more people you can share with, the faster your team's going to grow, all right? Which is why your I statement is so important. You know, and feeling passionate about your business, because that's infectious and people are going to want to be a part of your team.
Now, how do you handle, you get people on your team that you know is going to do well. They come out of the gate excited, do really well, and all of a sudden they just fall off. No reason, no, you try to reach out to them and they just...
You know, that's the rule of threes. A third of your people are on the way in, a third are working, and a third are on their way out. So you provide as much support as you can. Obviously, your personal business is important, so you got to lead by example. And if you try to reach out and they just don't respond, maybe now is not the right time, or you know, you can't force them to work, which is always so hard because, you know, I I can't tell you how many times I've seen somebody and they join. I'm so excited for them because you know that they're going to be extremely successful if they just put their mind to it. And then they fall off the face of the earth, go into the witness relocation program or protection program. And you're so disappointed. But that's their business. And I try to remind myself, this is their choice. You can still support them and just, I mean, you always have faith in them. I guess, like Renee, she just wasn't sure. And I just maintained that I felt like she could do it. And I thought she should stay. And I told her that. But it was still ultimately her decision whether she wanted to continue or not. And maybe it just wasn't the right time for her to be active. Like it is so hard, but I feel like getting stuck there will just make you discouraged. And I'm not saying that I don't go through that too, because I have people that I'm just like in love with, but you just got to keep moving if you want to be successful. And you still say, hey, I'll help you if you reach out to me. Okay.
And having been one of those people, I can tell you, just don't give up on them because, things come up in life. And, I came out of the gates fast and furious, went senior team leader, went to Maui. Everything was great. I couldn't understand why people couldn't maintain their status. It was the big deal. And my world fell apart, and so did my business. So I'm rebuilding. Not a big deal. Pick it back up, go. It was a big deal to me for a while, especially the first conference when you go from being a senior team leader to a chocolatier. That was embarrassing as heck. And
but you didn't quit.
But I don't quit. So.
No. And I had to learn this the hard way. Like, you think that, oh, I built this perfect team and everybody's working, but then next month something happens and like 5 of them fall off or whatever. So, Renee and I were talking, like, I try to recruit a certain amount every month because you just need to continue to have those new people in your team because like Dee Dee, her energy and her excitement is infectious, and it helps all of us continue to keep our motivation going. And that's kind of what the team page is about. If we can keep each other pumped and everything, it helps the group as a whole. We develop these relationships, which for me is one of my whys. The relationships the friendships I've made and the people that I've met and hopefully have helped, like that is a huge why for me. And I'm going to get all emotional, so let's keep talking about okay. So okay. So once you have your list of at least 10 people, we obviously want to figure out what we're going to say to them, right? So it's great to have a list, but then what do we say, right? So important thing is to make notes next to their names. Like, why did you put this name down on your list? It could be as simple as like Jane Doe. She mentioned her kids play soccer and it's a challenge to pay for it all, right? All those extra activities, it's hard to pay for. Or I can't think of names right now. How about Doris Day mentioned. She had a lot of fun at the party and she knew just about everybody there. So you can, that lady is likes to party, right? She likes to have fun. So that might be a reason. Rachel Ray, met her at the school fundraiser last year, and I really admired how hard she worked and how friendly she was to everybody. So you have that, sense from her. She's a hard worker and she goes after it, and that's somebody you would want on your team. So taking the time to think about why you want each of them, why you want to reach out to them will help make it easier to speak to them on a more personal level, right? So here's some examples of things you could say to people. So for the first one, the kids that play soccer. I was just thinking about the party last night. You mentioned that your kids' soccer teams are quite expensive. I was just wondering if you have ever thought about doing something like I do. I work around my family schedule and have been able to contribute to our income quite nicely. Can I share some information with you so you can just take a look? Does that sound threatening, or you must join my team?
No, sounds good.
I mean, I've told people that they should just join my team before, and it's worked sometimes, but not all the time, right? Okay, so for the second one, she had she was super fun at the party, and she knew almost everybody. You could say something like, it was so great to meet you last night. You clearly like to have a lot of fun. This might be from left field, but I think you'd be awesome doing what I do. Would you mind if I sent you a little information, send a little information home with you about the Cocoa Exchange? I'd love for you to take a look and just see if this might be a good fit for you. I mean, pretty,
Straightforward.
yeah, and like not threatening. Well, that was the word I was looking for. And another example, like the lady that works super hard on the fundraiser. Hey, this is Amy from the Cocoa Exchange. We met last year during the school fundraiser. I keep thinking about how hard you work to make that a success and how connected you are with the parent group at school. This may or may not be a good fit for you, but I think you'd be amazing as a curator with my company. Can I ask a favor? If I send you over some information, would you be willing to just look it over? I'd love to get your feedback and your thoughts. So pretty.
You're going to send those to us, right?
Yes.
What are you sending?
What?
What are you sending for information?
So have you guys gotten the business overview?
No.
You know, that video that Aubrey posted last week in her group is very helpful too.
Yes. Okay. Here's the examples that I just put. Okay. Okay, so with that in mind, I would really like you guys to complete your list of at least 10 bonus points for making it 20 in the next 24 hours. And then I want you to start reaching out to at least two of those people every day for the next 5 days, right? So within 1 week, your goal is to have your lead list to 20 people. Okay, so.
I've got a question.
Yes.
I've got a question. I live in a very small town, and there's already 2 of us that are curators in this town. I'm trying to figure out a way to get out of the town and get into the city and find people that, you know, outside so that it can expand, because from what I'm looking at, it won't take any time at all for the people in this town to become drowning in chocolate. You know what I mean?
So, have you ever heard of Avon?
Yeah.
Okay. So literally every other house, statistically, someone has been an Avon representative, and they are one of the largest direct sales companies in the world. They're in the top 10. So, I mean, I hear your concerns, but we are so small in comparison that really it's like a smorgasbord. Like, the opportunities are open. With that being said, if you want to expand your network, there's a lot of things you can do. Get involved with meetups. Like, there's, you know, you could go play Bunko or what's that really hard card game? My grandma used to play Bridge. Yeah, those people sit there for hours, and you could get to know them really well, right? There's always networking in different areas. You don't even have to go to a vendor event, but just going, just meeting new people anywhere. I mean, you could go to the mall. I've done that before. Go to the mall and just randomly talk to people. It's a little weird sometimes, but it's great. So get involved in some community things, and you're going to start meeting people that you haven't met before. Vendor events are a fantastic way to do that. My primary goal there is to book parties, and make contacts, basically. So those are some good ideas of ways to meet new people. But I wouldn't say that we're anywhere close to being saturated, or even, you know, I'm sure that you're going to run into people in your area that have never even heard of it still.
Get down.
Okay.
Okay.
All
okay.
righty.
Who was that?
Oh, sorry, my cat was on the counter.
I thought Darlene was yelling at the baby.
Get down. I saw Darlene's cat up there a minute ago. You guys all got your kitty cat there. Okay. Okay. So I want you to do 2 people a day. And every experience, and when you're out and about, look for potential people that you would like to add to your list, right? And so make sure and carry your customer care cards so that you can get their information, right? So if you're at the coffee shop and you're like, I just think you're awesome because, I don't know, you have great style, right? You're a great dresser. And you might think it's retarded to go and say that, but no joke, people, I mean, I like to try to use humor, even though I'm like really not very funny. But it makes me feel more at ease, and then they feel more at ease. They're like, oh, that's kind of nice. This retarded lady just said it looked nice. And then maybe they feel pity on you, and they give you their information. But you know, you just never know. Okay. Anyway, so continue to add people to your list. And I want to get back to Shanna's word of the year, which is consistent. And consistently having and using a lead list is a powerful tool to grow your business. So those of you that are struggling to recruit, you just need to remember when you connect with people, your goal isn't to sign them during your first contact, because this is a relationship business, right? I mean, if they're ready to sign, go ahead, but most people aren't always ready to sign. Your goal is to simply get them to take a closer look at your business. And when you approach people from that standpoint of how the business might help them, then it feels more authentic and much easier, right? There isn't so much pressure. You know, you don't get that, like, I want to throw up feeling in your stomach, right? Because you feel like you have to get a recruit, you know? So there's a lot of people out there in this world that could benefit from this business. You need more money, that need to eat more chocolate, you know, I mean, whatever it is. So you just have to extend the invitation and be sincere and excited for them to take a closer look. You can influence those to get started. So one of the reasons that I am pushing these subjects so much, what is our mindset, and creating your I statement, and then having a lead list. Once our quick start is over on the 15th, you guys have got to be ready to kick some ass, okay? So I'm telling you, you need to get started now. Get your quick start figured out. Set yourself up for the coming months, because our trip qualification period is going to start July 1st. The second half of June, I think, is going to be fantastic, and we'll talk about that when that happens. For those of you in town, Aubrey is coming in and we're going to have a big training on the 19th or the 20th, one of those nights, the 19th, I think. And I just want you guys, I want to set you guys up to be as successful as possible, and we're going to have a really big opportunity. So I can't say any more than that.
So if me and Sandy can grow our team to 15.
What?
I said, if me and Sandy can grow our team to 15 people, will you come to Florida a week before conference to sit with us?
I'm already coming to Florida a week before conference.
Oh, you are? Oh.
Oh,
But
cool.
still grow it to 15.
Still grow it to 15. And one of our favorite leaders is going to be moving to Orlando. I don't know how far away that is from you guys, but
About an hour and a half.
that would shit my pants to be close to this lady. I mean, not really, but actually maybe. If I was wearing pants, Darlene.
Oh. I know.
Oh shit, she's gonna be able to watch this if I post it. Damn it.
Erase. Delete.
I don't know. I'm not Kim Starsevich, okay, people. I don't know how to do that. So, questions. Have I really pained you that much, Renee, for talking so long?
No, I just muted it because my husband was making noise and I didn't want it to disturb the meeting.
All right. Okay. Who has a full June?
Who has a full what?
June. Who's booked their June entirely? Okay. So one of the ways to get your lead list filled is to have a full calendar. So we need to get you guys some bookings. Parties are where you're going to meet these potential people the easiest, okay? So what at this point is holding you back from getting yourself fully booked?
People keep canceling.
Okay. And all right. So are you using Margot and able to get the guest list?
No.
Okay. So I literally hound these people for their guest lists. Okay. I keep reminding them, and I'm sorry, I'm a stalker, but you know your invites are ready to go. You know, I think I give people that Margot sheet when they book a party. That says, you know, I need 30 names, blah, blah, blah. I'm doing all my host coaching on Monday, weekly. I'm touching them weekly so they stay excited. And the new thing I've done is I'm getting them to text me their wish list, which is also a really good thing. So go through and make your ultimate wish list for this party, right? Because I feel like sometimes they don't have enough incentive to, like, maybe it's too easy to cancel and you roll over. But if they really looked at the catalog and like, oh my God, I need those brownie batter truffles and I want those peanut butter thingamajiggers and, you know, oh, I want an Aztec slab or whatever, like, they're more invested in our party that way. Same thing when you have actually sent out invitations to their guests. Like, it's a pain in the ass to cancel when everybody knows your party's happening. So if you feel like your parties are canceling more at one time than the other, you might want to switch up your days that you do parties. I was finding early on my weekend parties canceled a lot for some reason.
Weekend parties.
That was my personal experience.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not everybody's. I mean, like, Aubrey does 3 parties on Saturday, a brunch on Sunday, and, you know, and a Thursday. So it really just depends. I do mine on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Thursdays are my best days.
Yeah.
So, you know, you could try switching up your days maybe, or throw in a brunch and see if that time works better. I also think, I already said keeping in contact with the host is really important. Keeping them excited.
I'm about to lose my power. I'm down to 4%, 5%. So
Okay.
I've got to hang up.
Thank you so much for joining us, Dee Dee.
Well, my pleasure, and I did learn some stuff, so this is really good. I just didn't want to go blank and have you wonder what the heck happened to me.
I'm always happy when you might pick up a thing or two, because I feel like I have.
Okay. All righty. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, ladies, I know Sonia and Shanna, it's like super late for you. Is there anything else that I can help you guys with?
Nope.
Okay. Maybe just putting yourself out there in some different locations and talking to people. Have you ever
If I
asked?
didn't have to work during the day, I'd be fine.
I know. That's our goal, right?
You know, you think that. I gotta tell you, it's not all cracked up either.
Have you ever asked any of your, like, friends and family, hey, you know anybody that likes chocolate? or, asked for some lead suggestions?
I keep asking my sister, and she keeps giving me this. She keeps backing out on me, and I'm getting really annoyed with her because she's got. She's just giving.
So she's canceled a party on you 3 times?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I wouldn't rebook with her, definitely. But you could also stalk her friends list on Facebook.
She doesn't use Facebook.
Huh?
She doesn't use Facebook.
Shit. Does she have a husband?
No, she's widowed.
Her husband?
No, but I think what I'm going to do is where I live, I have a clubhouse, and I think I'm going to put a notice up there and put a couple of business cards there and just.
That's a great idea. You guys are in a little bit of a different area, right? So you're not like in a huge city, but are you in like maybe like a older community, or I mean, what is the demographics of your area?
We're in the highest grown community in Florida right now.
Okay. Do you have any military-ish families nearby?
No.
Okay.
No.
So, have you looked at any of the meetup.com?
No, but we don't really have them. Well,
There's meetup groups everywhere. And if you don't have one, you could start one, like Chocolate Lovers Anonymous or something. I joined a group, Crunchy Mamas of Spokane. Those people are like eating up the Pure Dark. Okay. I mean, like, it's kind of a weird crowd, and I literally had to save every single piece of nutritional information from the website for every single product to send to this one lady who can't have soybean oil, gluten, or dairy. So it's been a little bit challenging. I know. So if anyone needs the nutritional information for the entire product line, I have photos of them all now. But I mean, like, just try to think outside the box. Like, I don't know, you could even go to your senior center for bingo night or something, or, man, Teresa was telling me their bingo halls are like a gold mine. Like, people just love bingo in Indiana. I don't know. People like bowling here, kind of. I don't know. Just some different ideas of things. I don't know about your area. Otherwise, I'd maybe have more intelligence.
Yeah, well, definitely going to try the clubhouse thing.
Yeah, I think that would be great. I think that'd be great. Do you have any like Craigslist sites on Facebook in your area?
Well, I've got, I think it was Renee or someone just mentioned nextdoor.com. I'm on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so am I.
I post in the Craigslist site sometimes, just like little snippets of something like intriguing, like who likes chocolate, want a free sample, or blah blah blah, something like that.
On Craigslist, we're allowed to?
Yes.
Okay. I didn't know. I'm just, one of my last companies, we couldn't.
I don't know for 100%. So if somebody gets in trouble, just tell them that I told you, and then I will deal with it. I will figure it out. I'll play dumb. I'm really good at playing dumb.
I'll just say with nextdoor.com, just be a little careful, because a lot of the people that are on it for the neighborhood awareness stuff, and they get really cranky with direct sales stuff. Even though you post it under the classifieds or whatever, it comes up in their feeds. So around here, they just get up in arms.
I've realized that already.
So what if you did something different, like you're looking for feedback on a couple different products? Is there anyone that might be interested in a sample in exchange for your feedback or something like that?
Might be lesser, but still, I mean, these people, I say these people, I live here too, whatever. But they're like, it's about the fire meetings, and it's about prowlers in the area, and they just want to keep it direct to stuff that's important, crime watch stuff and that. And
Meet the commissioners.
Yeah, they just get really
maybe gravitate more towards like the meetup sites, because those are specifically made for people wanting to socialize with different themes, right? So like geocaching, or bowling, or book club, or whatever. Let me bring chocolate to your book club, and we can chat about the book and do that. Or
I like the product sampler taster thing. That's good.
Hmm?
I like the product taster sampler.
Yeah. And you know, I got a great response in my VIP group from doing the little seasoning packets for people to make things for Memorial Day. And I think building on Darlene's basket party idea with something like that would be awesome, you know. Or take it a step further if you want to really evolve your Coco social. So like, let's say your Facebook parties. I mean, you can even suggest the person out of state or whatever, gather some of their friends together to share the recipe that you're going to send them. And then we could do the Coco social like live for them. Like, you know, talk a little bit about just something short and sweet, you know, obviously they won't be able to sample things, but if they make a savory recipe, those are much easier to send in the mail. I have the little teeny tiny packets that you put like jewelry in. And I just labeled them with whatever was in it. You know, you can send them 1 tea bag and a little bit of coffee or whatever. You can put 2 tablespoons of baking mix into the little baggies so they can make a mug cake. So those kind of things are super cost effective. They won't melt in the mail, because I did try to send samples in the mail even in the wintertime. It did not go well. But those powdery things, like reaching out outside of your area, you know, to expand are good ideas, you know, like, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Has anyone else ever offered samples to the guests that are coming to a Facebook party?
I have done a Facebook party where people have all come to the host's house, like, and I actually sent a full-size product and had her get orders. You gotta really have an invested host. You can't have somebody that you just met and traded parties with, that, because they're just probably gonna take your box of almonds and your.
No, I didn't do that. I actually, when the guests were added to the list, I actually private messaged to every one of them that if they would let me know if they wanted milk or dark, savory or sweet, that I would send them a small sample. They would have to give me their mailing address. I would ship it to them before the party. That was the best Facebook party I ever had. We had almost $600.
Awesome. Okay. And how did you keep your chocolate from melting?
Yeah, that was my question.
I only sent like 2 or 3 of the cinnamon dusted almonds, or I sent a small baggie of the spice mix.
Okay.
And I just packed it in bubble wrap really well and put it in the mail, and it was there within 2 or 3 days.
Okay, that's a
Because
great
they sent
idea.
it regular mail.
And I will let you know that there's a small group of us managers that are kind of looking at tweaking the Coco Social like that, basically, where we're sending samples, very small size samples.
Even tea bags.
You said tea bag. I'm sorry. That was totally inappropriate. I'm really sorry. Oh my God. Sometimes the things that come out of my mouth are so inappropriate. Okay.
That's all right.
I love that head bonk. I wish I could get a picture of it. You guys do have the biggest retard manager on the face of the planet.
That's why we love you.
Well, we got to stick together, right? Okay. Anything else? Please don't hesitate to reach out to me if you just want to talk one-on-one, or you're struggling, or I'm still open if you want to do coaching. For those of you that are in the Leadership Express, how are you liking that?
I love it.
Okay. I've been getting great feedback from everybody so far. I mean, some people watch the videos right before the thing, but whatever, at least you're watching them, right?
Well,
One of ours in our accountability group, one of them does it the night before, or actually just like an hour and a half before. She calculated up how much time. She admitted it the other day. Like, she admitted how much time it took her, and she took that time aside just before the meeting was taking place. So
It's funny because I was thinking about that today. I almost wish I had the week to watch the videos because I too end up doing them in like 2 days. Because I don't know where the week goes, but time just gets away from me with anything else. And then I almost want a week to implement what I learned last week without adding the new thing already. Because then I seem to, okay, now I got to focus on this, and then I put that away.
So do you think if you had an extra week, do you think you would actually wait those 2 weeks to watch the videos?
So,
Well, I think it has to be more accountability.
Yeah.
You know, like
Because the
Shannon,
feedback for Promote with Passion was that it was too strict,
Yeah.
time consuming.
we need a happy medium
Yeah.
because people like me, I mean, when I commit to something, I'm going to do it. So, you know, if I have to have it done by Tuesday, it's going to be done by Tuesday. And so if I have to meet with you or Aubrey on Thursday to tell you how I did on Wednesday, then I have to do what I have to do Wednesday, you know? And when we're doing our accountability partner stuff, we're in the same boat. You know, people are either canceling on us or something didn't go
Yeah.
through.
Mhm.
And
So definitely all that feedback, we need to have that. Like if you could email it to me or whatever, because you know, Kim and Heather have worked super hard on the program and they want to continue to tweak it so it works for everybody. And the new format is that they work with the managers and then we work with you guys and share what they're giving us, because I guess basically there wasn't enough hours in the day for them to work with everybody.
well,
And
no
so
doubt.
they feel like they can touch more people this way. And
Well,
then,
and it's awesome the way it's laid out, and I like the individual videos, and I like that I can get to it on my time, not you know, their time that they have the meeting. And so that part's all good. I am just one that is, you know, I don't know, my military structure. I have to have structure. I have to have a set time, a deadline. If not, and especially now that I'm retired, every day is Saturday to me. So I don't even know what freaking day it is most of
rub
the
it
I
in.
think it would be good, like this video you have to watch on Tuesday, and this video you have to watch on Wednesday, and this video you have to watch on Thursday.
No, I don't necessarily want it that tightly reined in because things do come up, and you know, like if I have to go somewhere with Tom for a couple of days and I can't do it, I want that flexibility. But Shannon and I were talking about how before you really have, you know, we're talking to each other about what we're getting out of it and what we're doing. But I don't want to speak for her per se, but I think we both kind of need Amy, Aubrey, somebody else stepping in a little bit too, and kind of holding your feet to the fire that you put it into practice. You know, you didn't just watch the videos, write down the steps.
So you're
Come to the
saying
little
that
meeting.
you need more tough love?
I do.
Yeah.
I have a hard time with that, guys. I'm like the squishy teddy bear, but I can do it if you want to.
You know, and it's not that it's anything that has to be an overkill thing, but I don't know, maybe Shannon can explain it to us. I think we're on the same boat, but
You know, the videos, we have 5 and there's 7 days. So we watch those videos. I hope I'm saying it correctly, Gina. So we watch the videos. We have up until the day before or the day of when we go, and we're supposed to have put those all in action already. So maybe like tomorrow night, Aubrey says, okay, this is what you need to do. Here's your videos. You have until Thursday of this week. You have until next Tuesday to show me that you put them in action. Kind of.
there you go.
Yeah.
That's a great idea. So you have 2
there's
days.
no, I mean, I've only watched 2 videos and we've got our meeting tomorrow night.
Right.
I haven't watched
Telling
any yet.
myself, but
I haven't watched any either.
Have you guys thought about just playing them on your phone when you're driving just to listen?
But you got to write stuff down.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if you're having trouble getting the videos watched, at least I was just thinking at least to be familiar with them so you can, I mean, you do retain some stuff. They're not super long.
Also, I was going to do that today. Then I was like, oh, crap, but I got to have this stuff written down because it calls on me
Yeah.
for what were the this and that. You got to know.
Okay, so 2 days to watch and then 4 to implement.
Yeah, because we don't have any time to put those into action before
No.
we have our next get together to let everyone know what worked for us, what didn't work for us.
That's great feedback.
And if not that, then in the following week, if you leave it in the same way it is, next week when we meet, it's, okay, from week 1, what,
Oh, yeah, so backtrack it a week.
yeah. So, okay,
Yeah.
watched these, but you had the week before this. What did you do with that? And how do you see this week's stuff helping you add to that?
Do you think you would forget about what was in that week?
Not if we've had time to implement it.
Because,
So,
they're meant to build off of each other.
Mhm.
And I feel like I'm kind of going through it, just watching, writing, going to the next meeting, and then bam, the next one's dropping. I'm watching when I can work it in and still trying to do parties and go meet. And
yeah,
not that they're very long. Honestly, it should not be a problem, especially for me because I don't have a job. But
part of it is, they
It's
want to, how it is when you've got that momentum going. I know each of you know how that feels. Like when you've gotten the giant boulder moving and it's easier just to like poke it instead of let it stop and then having to try to push it up the hill again, right? So that's part of having it in the shorter time frame. Because if the program drags on too long, you'll get more and more and more people to just drop out, right? Because life happens, and it's just, that's just what happens.
I think Gina has a really good idea though, because seriously, if we did the activities the first week, if we watched the videos and did the exercises, and then had to, we're talking about how we're going to implement them the next week, then we're implementing those while we're watching the videos and doing the assignments for the next week. It's increasing the knowledge while we're doing it, but we're still doing the activities from the week before while we're working on the exercises
Okay.
of the week. So it may be carry over for 1 week, but it would be giving us, like you said, it would be giving us the momentum that we need, instead of feeling like Gina said, we're watching the videos, we're doing the assignment, we're doing the meeting, now we're going to watch the videos, do the, and we're not having time to implement them, and then we're not having any feedback on how we implemented them and what we
What
need to
worked and what didn't.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure that's how we're supposed to be doing it. I don't think it's working out that way.
So obviously, human nature is to procrastinate, right? If something is due on Wednesday, the majority of people are gonna do it Tuesday night or whatever. And with something like this, when you actually have like assignments that you need to put things into practice, and all of this is just to help everybody be more successful. That's really what it is. It's not really for. It's not like for me. If I'm doing the program personally, yeah, which I'm, we all are doing it together. But doing leading it isn't. It's not anything for us. So it's obviously it's to help everybody grow, because that's the whole goal. I really lost my train of thought. Dang it. I'm writing stuff down at the same time. Anyway,
I was just thinking too, maybe for us, I don't know if it needs to be in the Leadership Express group, or maybe it would help the rest of them. I don't know how the rest of them are feeling, but maybe after the videos, when you watch week 1, we could put done, and then the accountability partners, maybe there's, I don't know, just kind of running in my head here, but like kind of like contests and incentives for incentive partners that get through the weeks and then show something
first.
Yeah. Not that we want, people to do it just, all one night just and not take it in right, but so that Shannon and I both know where we're at as we're going through the week, and then maybe when Aubrey notices like, oh, look, this team has finished all their videos, she can kick off all right, since you guys have got that all done, I want to see what you can do from implementing from week 1 and this week, and give us your feedback at the next Tuesday.
Are you guys finding your accountability partners? Like, are you finding that to be helpful?
Yes.
Okay, and so you are you are developing relationships with everybody. Okay, good. Because I think that's also really important. So everybody has different ideas. Okay, I will definitely take these suggestions. And if you have anything else, make sure and let me know. You can message me, text, or email.
And when you tell them, just let them know that we also realize that this all comes back on us, and it's,
Yes.
you know, it's what we do. It's just
Like we know that everybody's supposed to be internally motivated and blah blah, right? So, but that's why we do these things in groups, because sometimes you lose your motivation a little bit, and that's why, again, kind of our theme, you know, where's your mindset? You know, what's your why? Why are you doing this? Like, remind yourself, and then go on from there. You know, I really, really think that getting those things right in your mind is going to help you reach whatever your goals are. You know, I really feel like that. And all of this is just extra stuff to try to educate and to boost your confidence and just to help you get there, you know? Yeah. Okay. Anything else? I know it's super late for you guys. I feel horrible. You stayed up too late.
Yeah, I'm tired.
Okay. Well, if there's
Blame
anything
you
else,
tomorrow at work.
what?
I'll blame you tomorrow at work.
Okay. Yeah, blame it on me, and I'll take the fall. No problem. Okay. Thank you guys for getting on with us, and I felt like this was a fantastic meeting, and I'm just telling you, book yourselves up and get those lists done, because you're going to want to have them. Okay?
Okay.
Okay? Seriously. And I can't say anything else because it's something that even I'm not supposed to know, but I know it.
ooh.
Because I'm good at weaseling information out of people. Okay.
I'm gonna come see you tomorrow.
Are you gonna, I'm a bad liar, though. Don't ask me any questions.
Everybody send me your list.
Yes.
Rubber
yes,
with a
send me your
vanilla
list and all
mocha.
the other stuff I asked for you to do. If you want those, did you guys get all the information out of the Zoom chat?
I did.
Okay. And the 19th, mark it on your calendar. I will see if I can Zoom it for you guys if you want, Shanna. Sonia. I'm sure we can, so figure it out. All right. Okie dokie.
Bye, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.